and welcome to Zoe Your Own. I'm making the most of this sunny patch that we have. The weather has been not July weather at all this last week. It's been very wet. We've had a couple of hours of maybe a bit of sun and warm per day throughout the week. If it hasn't been raining, it's been very cloudy and cold. The little cafe that I work at in the town centre, we've had people coming in raincoats and puffer jackets because it's been that cold. And in terms of the coldness and the wetness, I have really noticed where some of my plants, like I've got primroses that have come out in flower, and I typically thought that primroses were more of an autumnal plant, and then I can really tell the difference in the stuff in the OG there as well, and how that's doing. My grass, on the other hand, is growing absolutely mad. But I can tell that I'm in England because the weather is just, I don't know, who knows, very, very English. And I am also very English in that all I do is moan about the weather, especially when it's raining. Today I'm going to show you how some of my stuff is getting on. I'm going to work from left to right, I think. So I'm going to start in the old greenhouse and then come and show you some of my stuff around here. And then that'll be last but not least in the OG. And little Flo's come out to join us. Say hello, Flo. Oh, hello. So I'm going to start with my pot gang stuff. So these are my cucumber melons, of which are doing very, very well. So this is the height of my finger next to it. But yet still, I don't know if you can see the slime, look. Move my finger out of the way, it might focus in a bit. Those pesky little slugs. I don't know how they're getting in, honestly. And then this is my Bruno basil. Again, there's been nibbled at a little bit. Some of my leaves are browning a bit here. I'm not sure why. If anyone knows, can you let me know? And then I've got my Celoseus here. Again, slugs coming out to go at. And the one that I thought or had suspicions was an anti-rhinum is definitely an anti-rhinum that has also been nibbled at. Is there a slug hiding underneath there? No, who knows. These are the sweet peas for Billy's granny, which have gone a bit cray-cray, so we must get over there and see her soon. This is the basil that I sowed myself, that I had on my that has also been eaten. I had my, put a water bottle over as its own separate greenhouse. And then this was the mint plant that I paid $1.99 for. That was really, $1.99. It was really straggly. So I, cut it all back. Propagated the bits that I cut off in bottles of water at work, funnily enough. And yeah, this is how it's come back. And if you've been keeping up, you know that I had a go at doing some late sowings a few weeks ago, and they have been unsuccessful. I think to start off with, it was partly due to the weather, and then, like a donut, I forgot to put the propagator lids back on, and I think a little mouse, oh, I nearly fell over then. I think a little mouse came in and had a little rummage and had a little nibble, and now these are, yeah, I think these are no bueno. Yeah, I'm going to start down here. So this is my little primrose tray, and normally throughout the year, get rid of some of these little weeds, you just have the sort of like foliage like this of the primrose. But yeah, I've got this one that's come out in flower, and this one that's come out in flower, and I do believe that that's because of the horrible weather we've had. Got some violas in here, absolutely stunning until they got eaten. Some more violas in the back there that I already had, and then look at this monster. Yeah, my sunflower is doing, or sunflowers are doing very well. So we've got this one that's heading up nicely. This one too that's heading up nicely, and I've just noticed this one must be one of the different colour variation ones, because it's got nice nice variegation coming in there. Oh, let's get rid of that poorly leaf. Oh, sorry, Mr. Ant. Here you can get an idea of how tall this sunflower is growing so far. I think I'm about 5'2", 5'3", and it's I'm literally standing right next to it, so it's doing pretty well. Most of this stuff down here I already had. So the violas that are in the other tray that have been eaten, yeah, similar pattern to this one. And I've got some more over there. But yeah, this is all stuff that I already had. This is a succulent tray, or sedum tray, whatever you want to call them, that I just literally threw together. A random bit of ivy in the middle there, because this stuff is really good for like ground covering. And when they flower, they do flower really quite beautiful, which is really quite nice. And then got all of these little bits here, some really pretty little violas with faces on. Got a bleeding heart in the back there that doesn't seem to be doing much. Nicotianas. This lovely lupin just here, that is one that I sowed myself from seed. Some delphiniums that are struggling a bit. And then this is another lupin that I picked up for £1 last week. I only went in to get some bamboo canes and come home with another lupin. Shh, don't tell Billy. It does look a little bit wild. I've got this verbena here. There's a lobelia in the back there that I think I paid £1.99 for in the sale. Some more pretty face violas. These little nicotianas that I sowed myself. My sweet peas here as well that I sowed myself. Oh, this is a buddleia that itself set in my driveway that I dug out, stuck in a pot. And it's doing all right. And then these guys here, these are my euphorbia that I sowed myself. You can see it a bit better on this one. And the variegation has started to come through now. It looks absolutely lovely. In the back here, I've got my peony. I didn't get any flower from it this year, but I think that's because last year I repotted it into there because it was in this wild mess behind me that's just been taken over by feverfew and bindweed. I have tried so much to tackle it, but it's really difficult to do. So I've just kind of, yeah, that's the wild garden. And then we've got my peach tree, which has also struggled the last couple of years. I think I've had it 3 years and I haven't had any fruit off of it yet because it keeps getting peach leaf fungus or something like that. Oh, and I can actually see some on there. See some on there now. Just in here. So I need to take those off. And then there's another bit just there. Look, damn it. And then I've got the strawberries that have two of them self-set themselves in there, or runners went into there, and then I put another 2 in. And we've got some more Lalial strawberries here. And then my mad herbs. So we've got thyme, rosemary, sage, curry plant. And then tucked in here, I've got marjoram. And this curry plant, I don't know if I've said before, oh, it smells amazing. Which is basically 2 dead sticks. And I got it, and it's just gone mad. And then we've got my chives. And then this was the balm all gold that smells lovely and zesty. Parsley that I sowed myself. And then oregano. Oh, I made spag bol for dinner last night, and I forgot to put any more oregano in it. And this was the one that I just literally, just took a clump out of the pot and just stuffed it in. It's doing all right. And then we've got my nursery stuff. I need to have another tidy and clear out of this. So we've got some of the antirrhinums left in here that I saved for my niece. I'm not sure what. Oh, they're lemon colour. And then the hollyhocks that I sowed from this monster. Look at that. That is well impressive, isn't it? I'll show you that bit better in a minute. And then some nicotianas that I seem to have created a miniature version of. I'm not really sure how. Some nemesias in here as well. And some of my dianthus are coming into flower. Like I said, I really need to sort this out. The remainder of my pepper plants that I couldn't give away. No one else wanted anymore. And then some really nice tall antirrhinums just there. And then this bit I did get a bit carried away with pruning. I was only supposed to be pruning the tree because it gets in the way when I'm cutting the grass. And then I ended up doing a bit more pruning and sticking things up in supports. I've got this lovely thing. I can't remember what it's called, but it's nicknamed Devil's Tear, and it's absolutely beautiful. Oh, and I've got the yellow one over there. I'll show you that. So yeah, this is the yellow version. So it's just literally plain yellow up in her. But it's still beautiful. And back over the other side, got my big old euphorbia. I don't know if I need to cut this because this is just a normal one. I don't know if I need to cut this back yet or not. So if anyone can help us out on that, that'd be great. A couple of fuchsias, or well, I say a couple. That's one fuchsia. There's another one over here. I'll show you that in a second. They're already here when we moved in. And then this here that I wasn't expecting to see any flowers from this year is a clematis that I paid £1 for because it was nearly dead in a pot, and I haven't taken it out of the pot. It's still in the pot down here, but I can only assume that it's rooted in. And then I've just used this big green pole to support it, and yeah, it's doing really well with some lovely little flowers on it. Got this thing that my mum gave to me from a cutting. I think it was a cutting out of her garden. I just stuffed in. It's coming up all nice and yellow. I think the pollinators like it. Oh, and then there's this thing. There's this wild beast that keeps following me around. Oh no. Honestly, she looks terrifying, doesn't she? And then my hot yellow, I think it's still a hot yellow poker. I know it is in the family. And then yeah, these guys look like this. And when I first bought it, it only had one of the stems, and I've only had it a couple of years, and it's yeah, certainly multiplied. I'm gonna have a go at taking one of these off and hang drying in my loft, because why not? And then I got some Michaelmas daisies. These are my Aquiledias that I'm still waiting to go to seed. And then just in the back here, this one here, this is another buddleia that's self-set in my driveway that I popped in there and is now coming into flower. Wasn't expecting that this year either. These daisies look a bit of a mess, so I do need to go in and deadhead them. I've got this thing, that's something else that Mum gave me. I think it might be a Himalayan honeysuckle, not sure. Some lamb's leaf stuff. Nanny and Grandad gave me this. Mum gave me this one. This was the other fuchsia that I was telling you about that was already here. And then there's all of this darker green stuff here that comes out. Let's try and separate this out a bit so we can see it. That yeah, comes out in lovely purple daisies. And again, so you can get the gist of how big this hollyhock is, I'm standing right in front of it, and I can't get it all in the shot. It's absolutely stunning. Yeah, so this, honestly, I love this one so much. This is what Nanny and Grandad gave me a couple of years ago. When they first gave it to me, I just had that original middle stem, the tallest one. And then last year I had this extra stem come in, and then this year it's just gone push and exploded outwards. It does look a little bit bare on the bottom there in terms of leaves and foliage, though. Oh, I missed that ones at the back because I had to take some of them off because they were looking a little bit sad. Now, most of the stuff that I've just shown you was already here and stuff that I've been working on over the last couple of years. But I'm now going to take you in the OG, which is, oh my God, which is they're really, really exciting, the stuff is. Are you ready, gang? Honestly, I'm so excited. You can already see the flowers on my tomatoes and everything's just green and foliage. Okay, so we're going to start on my tomato plants that just, yeah, going crazy in flower. I've got some nice big plump fruits coming through already. Oh, it looks like this one is oh no, this one's gone all mouldy on the bottom. Oh, why has it done that? Is it because it's been so wet here in England? If anyone knows, please let me know. That's such a shame, that is. That was one of my nice big plump tomatoes. Oh, honestly, blooming weather. It's been a real challenge this year. It really has. Still battling slugs and snails. I've come out here the last couple of nights and literally I've had slugs the size of my finger. Enormous. I know they're a necessary part of the food chain, but I wish they'd just leave me alone. And then my salad crate that's looking a little bit sad and a little bit bare. I'm not really sure what happened to it. I'm going to have to rethink what I do with it next year. But I have had plenty of salad leaves off of these two Romanian things and this fuzzy looking one in the back. But I now think that these guys are going to seed. And there's something buzzing around in here, but I'm not quite sure what it is. My pepper plants, they're really struggled. Oh, and the reason why this looks like this on top is because it's covered in coffee grounds. Yeah, they're really struggling this year. And then I've got my two chili plants again that are struggling. I think they need to be repotted, but even then I don't think that'll do much. These are my pot gang Harriet honeycomb tomatoes, again everything's covered in coffee grounds again. Blooming slugs. Whatever that is buzzing is enormous. And now into the veggie patch. So if you saw my last video, you saw me put my corn in, and I've seen a few people say on other videos and other people's posts in terms of corn that they need to be put in grids. So that's kind of That's kind of a grid, I guess, because they need to cross-pollinate when they start getting the furs or the ears in or something. I don't really know. I'm sure I'll figure it out. And then we've got my tender stems, and my tender stem that was doing really well, I believe the term is bolted when it goes to flower and goes to seed. And I saw somewhere that but then there is these ones here, so I don't know if these little florets will be any good. But I did see somewhere that apparently differential temperature changes and you know, inconsistent watering and stuff like that can go towards why they bolt and do that. But I've still got 4 or 5 other big healthy ones in there that haven't started to flower up yet, but they're getting close, I think. So I'll just have to keep a close eye on these, and hopefully I can harvest them before that happens. Last year I had a go growing a pumpkin plant, but I sowed it and potted it on and planted it in all far too late. I think I only sowed it this time last year, whereas this one, I can't remember when I sowed it, but I sowed it fairly early on. It's been in his pot for a few weeks now, and I'm pretty sure he's happy. Check this out. I mean, who'd have thunk it? A pumpkin plant in a pot. I mean, it's got lots of flowers on it, coming through on it, and we've got some fruits coming in. So it's like pretty much the size of my thumbnail, which makes me happy. I think there's another little one in there, and there's some more lower down. So yeah, I think that's doing happy. I think it's happy and healthy, which makes me happy. 2 different lots of onions. This is just the normal compost in here, and then this was the experiment one that me and my mum done. I don't know if this means that they're ready to harvest. I forgot to put any holes in the bag, so it has had a bit of water sitting on top. It's just an experiment, and I'm just a learner. I'm just a beginner. So yeah, I don't know if this means that these are ready or if they need a bit more time. I don't know. I'm going to give it a couple more weeks, I think. And then we've got the gift that just keeps on giving of my lovely snap peas, but I am aware that these ones in the middle do need a little bit of attention, because they're looking a little bit sad and dying off. But whilst they're dying off, these ones that I sowed in here a couple of weeks ago from recommendations of watching a Grow Veg video, that it's not too late to plant them to sow them, they're doing really quite well. And I tried planting them next to all of the canes and stuff. And look, you can see where something's had a nibble on that pea in there, cheeky monkeys. So yeah, hopefully they'll just automatically grow up there. Now I'm going to show you my courgette and my kale and my cabbages, because I did it, although Grandad advised me to ditch the cabbages. I am going to keep one of them. I still have 4 of them at the minute, but I am going to keep one of them because it has changed how it's growing at the minute. But I'm going to show you my cucumber plants last, because I am, honestly, I am beside myself with excitement as how well they're doing. Here's my kale. 3 lovely kale plants. I think they might need to be repotted to give them a bit more life, a bit more height and whatever. And there's a cheeky little spider. Oh, we're not zooming in very well. No, don't want to zoom in, but there's a cheeky little spider. It's made its home in the middle there. But I've had some kale off of this. Last week when I went to Nanny and Grandad's, I took some kale with me for them as well. And in the background here is my cabbages that I took out of the veggie patch. So these 2 here and this one here is still looking a little bit straggly. But this one has kind of almost like poofed in the middle. That's the technical term for it, honestly. And since I've moved them, I don't seem to have had much problem with caterpillars. I think these chunks out of here are from the blooming slugs, honestly. There's just no escaping them. So yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of the other 3 that are a bit straggly, and I'm going to keep hold of this one. So I figure if I keep that one in the pot and give that all that space, I might actually get a decent cabbage out of it. And now look at this guy. Got all these lovely flowers coming through. I have seen lots of stuff about sort of like pollinating your courgettes and squashes and stuff in order to get fruits. I haven't done any of that, but I have noticed all of these lovely fruits starting to come in, look. So I think they're doing all right, and I've literally just been, oh, get out of the way, leaf. And I've literally just been watering them and feeding them once a week, and yeah, proper chuff with that. Are you ready for Are you ready for the creme de la creme? Honestly, I can't stop looking at it every time I come in the greenhouse. Honestly, I have a silly grin like this on my face from ear to ear because I'm just so happy with how it's gone. And I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. And I don't know if you can see. Look at that, there's a cuke. Woohoo! But yeah, check this out. Look at all those lovely flowers. Look at it, it's still going. We're still going. Oh, honestly, I am beside myself with excitement. I know I just said that, but yeah, look at that. Isn't it beautiful? I did notice on one of them that this guy looks a little bit sad and looks a little bit mildewy on the end, but I'm not really sure why. So I think I'm gonna get my secateurs and nip that off. But there's plenty on here. Look, there's another one in there. There was one up here as well. There's plenty more flowers. Oh, there's one up there. Oh, there's another one in here. There's one in... Honestly, I feel like instead of Where's Wally, I should be playing Where's the Cuke? Because there is... Oh, there's another one down here. There's so many. I'm well happy with that one. Oh, the leaves are so big. Yeah, well chuffed with that one. It's like the size of my little finger. That's how big my little finger is. Not from this angle, obviously. Oh, and I forgot to mention my potatoes. So they're still very much full of foliage. I think they're doing well. I don't really know. When we had a week of nice weather in May, towards the end of May, they did start flowering and then the flowers died off. But again, I don't know if they're growing like this because honestly, our weather here, this is not July weather, not even for England. You just couldn't make it up. We had a pretty poor summer last year, and I genuinely didn't think that it could have got any worse than last year. But this year, it really has. Honestly, it's madness. But even though it's not quite July weather, it's still quite warm in there. Oh, I better pick up this tomato. Oh, it makes me really sad. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with it. Let's throw that over there. That might self-set over there. Who knows? But anyway, that is it from me for this one. So that's just a little tour of all of my existing stuff and then the stuff that I've done alongside you guys. Obviously, as you know, there'll be more updates from the OG just over here, because hopefully I'll be harvesting soon. Hopefully some of those tomatoes will actually come in so I can actually eat some of them instead of just eating my sugar snaps as quick as they grow. Thank you for popping past and seeing me. It's much appreciated as always. Come back and see me again soon where I'll be tending, if I can get my finger in the right place, let's just wag it up and down like that. That'll do, won't it? Where I'll be repotting some, I don't know where my finger is, where I'll be repotting some of this stuff. Oh, I need to drink my tea. Look, no, I need to come back this way, don't I? There we go. I need to drink my tea before it gets cold. But yeah, thank you to everyone that has subscribed thus far. I don't think I would have reached 127 subscribers if it wasn't for each and every one of you subscribing. So thank you very much for that. Hopefully as well we get some more sunny-ish days like this. But I mean, even then it is still cloudy. But anyway, I must wrap it up. You know what I'm like. I love to waffle. I need to drink my tea. It's lunchtime. I need to go and have something to eat as well. I'm going. I promise I'm going. But yeah, thank you very much for coming past. Come back and see me again soon. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Later, staters.